Hi, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Sipping Tea with Suzanne. I am your fabulous host, Positively Suzanne, and I am so excited to wrap up today's episode with none other than the fabulous Miss Wendy Sosa. How are you?
Hi, Suzanne. I'm good. Thank you for having me today.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate it, and thank you. You look beautiful as always, but it's a scorcher out there today.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, seriously?
You look amazing. So I
That's
was
what I brought
so
this
yes,
because
yes. Well, I mean, it is sipping tea, so the fan does go.
in the tea, I'm
The
not
tea, the
sure.
tea. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But yes, we'll be switching to iced tea soon because it is getting a little hot in here. But you know what? We're not going to complain. Lord, we thank you for all things. But as I said, welcome back to the second show of the day. I want to thank you again, as always, to my loyal subscribers and viewers. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the reason why I bring such phenomenal guests on to inspire, to motivate, and to empower you. Thank you to my executive producer, Paul Anderson, for making the magic happen week after week. But always, I am so grateful for the fabulous guests that decide to say yes and come on and share their stories, their journeys with the desire to inspire others, to share resources, and to just have a great conversation.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. So, Miss Wendy, oh my goodness. First of all, you're like me. Pink is one of my favorite colors. And I think a lot of times when we get together, and I'm not wearing pink today,
I'm
but
surprised. I was like, "Pink."
a lot of times when we get together, we are wearing pink. But no, pink is just such a happy color, a
Yes.
bright color for
Yes,
me. So
definitely in our skin color, like
it
the
does.
color of the skin, that's perfect color for us. Like, for real. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. So, I know that you're welcome to the show, by the way. You are a health and wellness coach.
That's correct.
And I know that you love what you do and you look amazing, by the way. You know, I know you've been showing your exercise and going to the gym and all that. And kudos to you for remaining motivated and who, because the gym is, I'm not a fan of, but you seem to enjoy it. So, when did you become a health and wellness coach?
During the pandemic, COVID, you know,
Mm,
COVID made me realize that I'm very unstoppable. Like,
mhm,
you cannot tell me, Wendy, stay there for 1 week without doing nothing.
mm,
That's not me.
mhm,
I always has to do something,
mhm,
even if it's personal or
mm,
in the professional level, but I
mhm.
always has to have something. So when they told us that they're gonna be, shutting down everything, the workplace, I was, there's no way that I'm gonna be maybe like 3 or 6 months in the
At
house
home,
at
yeah,
home doing nothing. I
yeah.
have to do something about it. So I reached out to one of my friends, Charlene. Hi, Charlene. She's also a health and wellness coach, and she was like, Wendy, let's do this program.
Mhm,
So I said, let's do it. So that took me 1 year
mhm,
to do it. And I think was one of the best thing
mm.
that I ever made, even especially during that difficult time
Yeah,
when everybody was, dying and it was
mm,
a chaos and it was a health issues.
it was.
So the timing was perfect for me.
Mhm,
It was very mindful. Uh, and since then, I start seeing the wellness and the
mhm,
exercises and the fitness in another level.
mhm,
So, and I'm gonna share my very personal experience
mhm.
with you today because you are special to me.
Oh, thank
So
you.
I'm very, I'm Leo
Mhm.
and we like to show up. Like
Okay.
that's one of the personality from people. Like that's this, the sign, zodiac signs that we like to be, like everywhere, bright colors, very loud. So I always also, I don't know if it's because I'm Leo or it's because who I am, but I always like to look good, right?
Mhm,
And I was doing a lot of exercises and I was so how you say, like, upset with
mm,
my image.
mm,
Like I always want to be in a perfect size, in a perfect outfit.
mm,
And when I took this training,
mhm,
it changed my mindset
mm,
because for so many years, Susan, I thought that my body was not cute, that my body was ugly, that my body was not perfect.
Wow.
And when I start study,
Mm-hmm.
about wellness, I
Mm.
realized that everybody has a perfect body
They
because
do.
it's the body that God gave us
Mm-hmm.
to do everyday duties, right? And not only that, it's who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know some women have curves, other ones are very skinny,
Mm-hmm.
and I start appreciating a little bit more about, who I was and especially my body. So I changed a lot. I used to run like 3 to 4 miles every day just to stay fit.
Mm.
And then one night, I was so exhausted. I was already doing the training, by the way. And I say to myself, Wendy, why you doing this to your body? Why? And then make me realize that I was doing it. Yes, I love to run outside because I'm a very outdoor person.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, the major reason, it was because I want to look skinny. I
Mm.
want to be skinny. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is not healthy at
Mm-mm.
all.
Mm-mm.
And then I say, you know what? Let's take a break for running. And I did. And I'm going to tell you, Suzanne, since that day,
Mm.
I'm free.
Yeah.
Like, even when I go to the store, for example, a couple of weeks ago, I went with my cousin to Target, and it was in the bodysuit section there,
Mm.
and she was, Wendy, look, this is perfect for you. And I said, girl, I'm not sure if I'm ready for two pieces bikini this year, but guess what? I'm okay with it because I'm enjoying my life.
Mm.
I already sacrificed many, many, many years of
Mm.
eating good and having pleasure with food because I
Mm-hmm.
always want to fit in a particular
Mm-hmm.
size.
Mm-hmm.
And now, Suzanne, if you ask me, Wendy, are you gonna wear bikini? Yes, even if I don't
Absolutely.
have the bikini body, because I feel like everybody has the right to
Mm-hmm.
wear whatever they want, regardless the size, regardless the body shape.
Mm.
Because what really matters is how you feel
Mm-hmm.
in the mirror. When you see in the mirror and you like what you see, you don't have to care about what other people think about you.
Absolutely.
So going back to the question that you asked me, um, after I finish, the training, the certification, I'm start working with my friends. I choose my friends first, and I was doing a lot of kind of like a mindset mentoring because most of my friends they were in the same mindset as me, about beauty, about being a perfect size of
Mm-hmm.
clothing, whatever. So, and I'm start talking to the ladies and empower all the ladies that are around me. Girl, you look amazing.
Mm.
It doesn't matter if you have a extra pounds or you are oversized. It doesn't matter. Only if you health,
Mm-hmm.
you are, like
Mm-hmm.
you are in a high risk for any other disease. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can talk about how to,
Mm-hmm.
do some exercise and diets. But I think uh, I just want people, especially women, to know like it's not really a perfect size body
Mm.
over there.
Mm-mm.
Like I see chubbier girls
Mm-hmm.
with amazing attitude
Mm.
and personality, and they look amazing. That the last thing that you see them is their body shape.
No,
And I
absolutely.
see a lot of skinny girls, and please don't get it wrong, they are very mean.
Mm.
They are not nice people. So you see what I'm saying? Like I think body shape doesn't define who you are.
Mm.
I think what is inside of you is who make you who you are.
No, absolutely. I think you're correct. And I'm so glad that you came to that realization. And it is a total mind shift because a lot of times, we are bombarded by society's interpretation of what true beauty is.
Mhm.
And me being from the Caribbean, skinny was never per se what the thing. Like it was big boobs, big booty, and things like that. Like, but whatever it is, I think we're all conditioned by whatever someone else's expectation of beauty
Mhm.
is. And I think when you get to the point where you define beauty by your own standard, and you're able to look in the mirror and say that I am beautiful. Now it's
Mhm.
important that, you should people work out and eat healthy,
Yes.
but not because they want to be skinny, not because they want to look a certain way to please somebody else, but because they want to be healthy. And as
Mhm.
you said, if you're high risk for certain disease and things like that. And I mean, honestly, a diet of bacon and French fries and burgers all day long is not healthy for anybody. So I think we all should strive to eat healthy, but not because we want to look a certain way to please a certain person, but because we want to
Oh,
be our
please,
healthiest.
society.
Please, yeah. Oh,
big time.
society could kick rocks.
Oh yes.
But no, absolutely. So I'm so glad that you arrived at that mindset. And then once you got there, then you really started empowering and encouraging the women around you, because I think true beauty does come from within.
Mm-hmm.
And there is, it's funny. A lot of times, some of the women that society and the world holds up to as the standard of beauty, they themselves don't feel beautiful. So, can you imagine this? You're being held to the standard, saying that you are the epitome of beauty. This is what women should look like, right? And you yourself don't believe it because you know
Mm-hmm.
all the things that go into, doing that. And that's why they're unhappy. They turn to other substances, and they had body dysmorphia and like all these things. And then, so if like they can't hold that high deal, why should we? And I just think that, like, let people be, like, and just
Mm-hmm.
truly believe that you're beautiful, because
Yeah.
I do believe it. There are people that are, I guess, considered physically beautiful, but their attitude are so not beautiful
Mm-hmm.
that
Ugly.
it
Just go
start
ahead.
ugly. It starts to come out, and like you'll meet someone, it's like, oh, they're really pretty, but then
Mm-hmm.
honestly, like, just the negative energy and ugliness of their character, like, they start to shift to you. And then you'll meet someone, and again, they're not society's standard of beauty, but they're such a beautiful person that, like, all you can see is beauty. But I think it's important, though, when you look in the mirror, not you personally, but when we all look in the mirror, we
Mm-hmm.
see something of beauty.
Yes.
We see something to celebrate.
And we are beautiful.
We all are.
We
Like,
are.
I think we all have those. We should be able to look in the mirror and says, you know what? But a lot of times when folks look in the mirror, and it's something that, you and I, or I'm a coach and we have connected about that. When we look in the mirror, a lot of times, a lot of folks look at things like, oh, I wish I could change this. Like, I wish my eyes was smaller or my nose was bigger, or like whatever it
Mm-hmm.
is. So I think shifting your mindset, looking in the mirror and saying, oh, I'm beautiful, or I love this, or I love that, because at the end of the day, ultimately, we really can't change it
Mm-hmm.
unless we spend extensive amount of surgery, and that's a whole nother story.
Conversation.
To each his own. That's doing surgery, but recently I saw someone had, like, I think somebody passed away and somebody's in critical condition because they did surgery, I think liposuction, in somebody's basement. So I just think that, for to get to that level, that you're going to go out there and trust somebody that is not a doctor, is not licensed, and they're doing liposuction in their basement.
Yeah.
Like, you got to draw the line somewhere. Like, that's just not okay. But I think you don't love yourself enough if that you're like, this is what you're going to do. And I get it. I'm not saying society is not kind,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I think it's important that work on yourself, and work on the folks around you.
Yeah, and I don't have nothing against plastic
No,
surgery,
do your
but
thing.
please be aware of, like, find out a good doctor that's gonna
Yeah,
do a good job, because like you said, people are dying right now because they go to places that they are not even, medical prepared to make those procedures there. And unfortunately, we are losing a lot of girls. and
absolutely.
and I think it's sad because I see a lot of women, Suzanne, that they do one surgery and 6 months later they go for another one, and that's a problem. That's a sign of self-love.
No, absolutely. Listen, I mean, nothing against plastic surgery. Do you, boo,
Hmm.
whatever. Although people have passed away from reputable surgeons, but I do have a problem with me just going to somebody's basement to do
Yes.
surgery. Like, no, like, that's a no.
Yeah, you gotta take the time to do some research.
Just do
And
some
yeah,
research
yeah,
and, try other means. But,
yeah.
the important thing is learn to love yourself, right?
Yes, learn to love yourself, and trying to be trying to do it for your health and not
Mm,
because how you
yes.
want to look for other people.
Absolutely. And surround yourself with people who encourage you. Because if you're around people that are telling you you're ugly or pointing out your flaws, like, you don't need to be around that toxic and negative energy. So your
Hmm.
circle is so important. Yeah.
Yes, I love it. I love to do what I do, and I think I like also to start. I think I'm gonna be focused now on the youth
Mm-hmm.
girls, because I see a lot of little girls
Mm-hmm.
that they're already talking about, can I have this? Can I have that? And I'm like,
Mm.
girl, you only 12 years old and you want to do
I know.
And it's a red flag because
Mm.
it's telling the society is telling us something that maybe
Mm-hmm.
we need to educate our girls
Mm.
and show them and teach them about self-love, and
Mm.
that start in our home. For example, if I have a little girl that she's always my daughter, she have a beautiful curly hair, and when I become a health and wellness coach, I used to blow dry her hair a lot
Mm-hmm.
because we're coming from a society that straight hair is the beautiful hair. That's not true, by the way.
That's what they told us, but you
Yeah.
know.
So I changed my mindset and I told my daughter, I gonna do it your hair only in a special occasion when you don't want to do your curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, I want you to embrace your hair, your culture, because she's Dominican.
Mm.
So this is who I am. This is who you are. So why you want to be,
Mm-hmm.
blow drying your hair every day?
Mm.
And she was, Mom, because there's a lot of kids in the school that they come to me and they touch my hair. And I say, yes, but you have to tell them that, about boundaries and tell them, don't touch my hair. But
Mm.
I think as a mom and
Mm.
also as a mentor and as a health and wellness coach, it's our responsibility to teach our little girls
Mm.
that beauty is not about your hair, it's not about your body, it's
Mm.
about what is inside of you
No, absolutely,
and how
baby.
you are with other people.
No, absolutely. We have to start at home, and even because we have to remember, and one of the reasons why I think it's important to say this at home, right? It's because
Mm-hmm.
they're combating social media and school, right? So there's a lot of negative things coming out of social media. That's you've seen these girls on social media, impossible body standards, this big eyelash,
Yes.
hair, everything like nails and everything, always 100, which is expensive, FYI. So if
Mm-hmm.
y'all could afford it, but it's so important that you keep reminding them how beautiful they are, like compliment
Mm-hmm.
things on them, because again, they are going out there, out in that world, and everything is coming at them to say don't love yourself. So we have to. So I think that's great. I'm excited for you, and I know
Mm-hmm.
that you're passionate about women, so bringing that to young girls, because we have to get them at that level. So
Definitely,
no,
definitely.
absolutely. So that is not all that you do. I know that you are very invested in survivors of domestic, not domestic,
Sex
sexual abuse. You had the denim day, and I think this year was the second or the third.
was the 23rd of.
No, was it the second year or the
Oh,
third
no, I've
year?
been doing that for the last 5 years.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh,
in this, it was the
congratulations.
second
It
year
was second year in
in
Worcester.
Worcester.
Yeah, now,
Yes,
girl, I'm in.
yes, yes,
I'm in Worcester.
yes.
Okay, so Denim Day, which was so real, it was so good to see just so many people from the community show up and just really
Supporting
talk
the
about,
school.
and not only showing up, but I think one of the things when you do things like that, it brings spotlight to the issues.
Mhm.
So talk to me about what got you involved in Denim Day, and you know,
So I'm be a sexual assault counselor for almost 20 years.
wow.
Uh, and I know it's a hard topic. It's a very hard topic. No
Hmm.
hard topic. There are a lot of people they don't want to talk about it because for many reasons, right?
Shame.
So shame,
Hmm.
power and control, you name it, right? But I just want to remind people, whoever is listening to us this afternoon, you are not alone, and we believe you. So when I decide to put the Daily Day together as an event, this is a national.
So let's explain, because I do know what it is, but let's explain to our audience who might not know what Denim Day is, how it started, and what it represents, and then how you got involved with
Yes,
it.
so in 1999, it was a 18 years old little girl who was sexually assaulted by the driver instructor in Italy, and she went to court. He was in jail for 10 years, but then he appealed the case and they went back
Hmm.
to court. So according to the judge and the jury,
Mm.
she must help him for the rape happen because the denim that he was wearing that day, it was so tight that it was no way that he couldn't do it himself. So what happened the next day, because he got free, right? He was free. The next day, all the women, they went to work wearing the denim,
Mm.
tight denim, protesting, even in the outside of the courthouse. Since that day, every single day, the last Wednesday in April,
Mm,
we celebrate Tanning Day, supporting survivors of sexual violence.
mhm,
So one day I was like, okay, Tanning Day is sad, right? Because
mm,
it's kind of reminding people, like about the sexual abuse. And I was like, let's make awareness in a way
mm,
that we're still gonna do the education piece,
mm,
the awareness, but at the same time, supporting each other as a woman
mm,
and having a little bit of fun. Because like I said, sexual abuse is very hard
mm.
topic, even
To this day,
even to talk about it.
absolutely.
So, and then one day I was, let me put something nice together, like a ladies' night out, but we're gonna be talking about Denim Days. So that happened in Leominster.
Mm-hmm.
I get like 20 women from my community who support us that night. And since that day, I think I want to say it was 2018, 2018 when I had my first denim day. So after that, I continued to do it every year, and every year was coming more ladies, more people, more people, members from the community to support us. So a couple years ago, somebody from Worcester told me, Wendy, how can't you just do Dating Day in Leominster? Why you don't do it here in Worcester? And I said, I don't know. I just feel like, it's my people there. And do you want to do it here? And I did it last year for the first time in
Mm-hmm.
Nuestra restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
where Natalia used to run the business, and she was amazing. Oh my God, that place was it's
She's
beautiful,
lovely.
and
Yeah.
the food was super good. So I get a
Hold
very
on one second. Natalie, I'm still waiting on my chicken wings, FYI. Go on.
now play for me too.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, and I was, I don't want to say surprised because I know my Worcester woman. Remember, I say my Worcester people all the time.
Yes, all the time.
All the time when I see my Worcester people, I say, take a picture of my Worcester people. I was like, you know what? Yes, let's do it again this
Mhm.
year. So this year, a lot of people from Leominster were complaining and say, how can't you do it in Worcester? And I get, come on, it's only 25 minutes drive. Come on, let's do it in Worcester. Because, the venues are bigger here. We
Mhm.
don't have a lot of venues in Leominster.
Mhm.
And every year, Suzanne is getting bigger and bigger
It
and bigger.
is.
This year, last year was like a 50 woman.
Mm.
This year was more than almost 70 women.
It was massive.
And it was not only women though; it was a lot of people like
Mm.
our senator. Oh my gosh, Mike Moore was there.
Mhm.
Um, that the mayor was there. A lot of people who are doing their thing in the city, they were supporting us because they know this
Mhm.
is a huge
Mhm.
topic that we need to talk about it, and we need to support survivors,
Mhm.
and we need to continue
Mhm.
to make the awareness, because I think awareness is the prevention piece that
Mhm.
sometimes people don't understand. When you know
Mhm.
what's going on, it's a little bit of prevention because you can prevent,
Mhm.
and that's what I like to do my Dating Day, because now women, they see it not only as an event where they are getting like a survivor story, they also getting the education piece that most women, they don't even know that what
Mm.
is dating.
Mm-mm.
And also they go and support other survivors who might be attending Training
Mhm.
Day. So it's very powerful event. I love it. And I don't want to change the way that I organize, because I feel like it works so beautiful. Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
like the combination about the education, the food. I also put a DJ
Mhm.
because I want women who, after they hear the story for the
They're
survivors,
survivors.
yes,
Survivors.
I don't want my survivors to be leaving the room crying because they get
Mm.
some triggers or they get some flashback or whatever.
Mm.
I want them to celebrate that they are alive, and
Mm.
they,
They survived.
they survive the
It's
rape.
also joyful.
Hmm.
It is also joyful. No, I think it's fantastic. I wasn't able to attend last year, but I was able to attend this year. So thank you for that. I had the show. It's a Wednesday, right? So I had the show and then, came right over, and it was really lovely to see so many people from the community not only showing up, as I mentioned,
Hmm.
but getting an opportunity to educate themselves on what Denim Day is. And you're right, it was lovely. Continue to do it. I do believe that it will continue to get bigger. So I know you do it.
And don't forget that you're gonna be my MC next year.
Yes, I'll
So
be the
I'm making
MC.
it public here, okay? So yes,
Ah, yes, it's in my
I need a
calendar.
break because I'm the one who organized, and I'm like I told my supervisor and my executive
I
director,
know.
next year I have to find somebody
It's okay.
because I think you would be better than me.
I won't be better than you. I'll be different.
You will
I'll
be
be
better than
different.
me. You have the experience, and
I'll be different.
I can see you doing it in a nice way. I'm not saying that I'm doing it wrong or bad, but because I have to handle a lot of little things
Yes,
that day,
I
I want to be focused and
focus
yes,
on the bigger picture. No, I appreciate that you asked me even before Denim Day happened, and I said yes. And you're already in my calendar for next year, and the MC for next year's Denim Day. Yay! So thank you. But I know you do it on the umbrella of Pathways for Change because you work with Pathways for Change. So what is Pathways for Change, and how can people get involved with that?
yes. So Ways for Change is our local rape crisis center. We cover 45 cities and towns,
Mm-hmm.
and our services are free and confidential.
Mm-hmm.
So we are located here at 588 Main Street, and we have one-on-one counseling. We have a medical and legal advocacy. We have a different program. We even have the college campus advocates who are in
Mm-hmm.
the college,
Mm-hmm.
offices, and just be there just in case a student
Mm-hmm.
disclose any sexual violence. We also have the deaf program for people with hearing
Mm-hmm.
problems.
Wow.
And also, we are very multicultural
Mm-hmm.
agency. We have Portuguese speaking, um, Spanish, and I want to say big. I can remember the other language, but yeah. So we have a three of different language at the agency. Like I said, we have a hotline that is
Mm-hmm.
always available for survivors. And we also have a lot of opportunity for internship
Mm-hmm.
who people who volunteering for people who want to make a difference in our community.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we are very lucky to have a lot of people that always reach out to us and say how we can support you,
Mm.
how I can be part of Pathways for Change. So if you listen to me right now and you would like to make a difference, please reach out to me directly on my Facebook page, or you can call me at Pathways for Change at 508-852-7600.
Wonderful. I think it's a great organization. Honestly, the work that you guys do is so necessary. I wish it wasn't, but sexual abuse continue to happen. Women are continuing to fight it. And then, like surviving it is one thing, but then after it's the stigma that goes along with it, the trauma, the shame, the fear, learning to trust again and PTSD and all of that that goes along
Yes.
with it. So it's such a crucial space and an important space that I think that's in the community. So please, I've chatted with your CEO. She's going to be on the show. We are book solid because the show ends in June and I'm trying to figure out a way and navigate it, but she will be on the show. I haven't forgotten you. Just trying to not enough Wednesdays in the months anymore. But no, thank you for sharing that. So there's a couple of other things that you did. You had International Women's
Oh my
Day.
goodness, yes. Let's
Um,
talk about that.
let's talk about International Women's Day. You had an event, and girl, you did have me driving to Leicester. Was it Leicester or Leominster?
Let me start.
Leominster. Okay, sure, it's an L. So
Close, close
they're
enough.
actually
Close
close
enough.
by each other, right?
Yes.
They're actually pretty close. So, but I'm glad I didn't go to the wrong town, right? And it was just really beautiful to see just all these women in the room celebrating each other and just it was
Oh
beautiful.
my God, I want to share about that.
All right, talk to
Okay.
me.
Oh my.
When did you decide to do
Okay.
this and all of that?
I'm a party person.
I know.
So guys, wherever and it's food, put me in.
Yes.
So I have a cousin that I love her. Her name is Claudia, right? She lives in England. She was here in Christmas time. Uh, and we were talking, and she followed me in my social media, and she said, "Oh my God, you should be doing something. You are so good on it. You need to do something." And then we start talking about events.
Mm,
And she was like, "I can see you running your own event. You
mm,
always go to other people events and you support other people, but you need to do yours." And I'm like, "Sure." And then we start like, putting together like names, and what kind of events, and then somehow in 3 hours
Yeah.
we made the draft for the event. We even had the name Shine and Post
Mm.
because I was like, okay, I want to make an event that is not only to go drink, eat, and dance. No, I
Mhm.
want something that is gonna, the ladies who attend my Women's Day, they're gonna be leaving the room empowered and
Mm.
feeling like amazing
Mhm.
and feeling like they are the most beautiful treasure in the world.
Mhm.
So I say, okay, shine because I'm gonna tell them and I'm gonna ask them to wear whatever they feel like they feel beautiful,
Mhm.
like bling bling, bright
Absolutely.
colors, whatever they want, and pose because I would like to have a photographer,
Selfie ready.
yes, who is gonna be taking a beautiful pictures. But I say I don't want a regular picture.
Mm.
I want a picture that they can be used for personal and also professional. And the reason why I decide that because somebody asked me if I have a headshot picture,
Mhm.
professional headshot picture
Mm.
from my for myself, and I say I don't have it. I can't believe
Mhm.
I do a lot of selfie, I do a lot of picture, but I don't
But
have
no
a.
headshot, professional
And
one.
then
Yeah.
I was, you know what? This is perfect.
Mm.
This is perfect. So the idea came from that piece. And I was like, okay, it's gonna be wine, it's gonna be photographer, it's gonna be music, it's gonna be DJ, and it's gonna be drink. I was like, okay, perfect. But also, I want to make it in a way that is not with agenda because
Mhm.
most our events, is agenda. Like you go for 3 hours to listen to someone, like a
Mm.
workshop, like somebody, like a keynote, like a panels. And I was no, this event
Mhm.
I just wanted to feel free and do whatever heck they want.
Mhm.
And it's exactly, I don't think I even have agenda that day.
Mm.
Everything was so organic and
Mm.
everything went with the flow. Like the only funny thing that I decided last minute to do is the hula
Was
hoop.
I was gonna say, was it the hula dance?
Yes. And the reason why I decide that is because sometimes as a woman, especially the career that we are, make us think that we have to change how we behave
Mm.
or how we act
Mm.
because we are scared that we're going to be criticized by
Mm.
other leaders. But let me tell you, I can dance hula hoop, I can dance reggaeton, and I'm still a beautiful and strong leader. I just sent this message to people there
Mm.
because I noticed that a lot of leaders, Susan,
Mm.
they are two different persons.
Mhm.
When you see in community events, they are one person,
Mhm.
but in their personal life, they are
Mm.
somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't gonna judge anybody
We
who act
can't.
like that, but I'm gonna tell you my own experience. I like to be who I am
Mm.
in any place, and the reason why I tell you that is because I'm so like grateful to have a strong personality
Mhm.
that I can be whoever I am, and I'm not scared to speak up. I'm not scared, of course, with respect, right? Because I think
Mm.
it's important to be respectful to others, but at the same time, I don't want to pretend
Mhm.
just because I'm with the mayor or just
Mhm.
because, of course, we have to have some manners, and I'm
Mm.
not gonna be talking the way that I'm talking in a club with my friends with the mayor. But if I like to make jokes or I like to be
Mhm.
funny, I'm still gonna be funny in a
Mm.
respectful way. And I
Mm.
noticed that a lot of leaders out
Mm.
there, they are sacrificing their, I want to say, I don't want to say personality, but
The authenticity, and
authenticity.
we'll talk
Yes.
about that in a little. But go on,
So
finish.
and then I was, you know what? Let's do it. So
Mm.
one of the things that I really enjoyed the most, I don't know if you were there yet, when the mayor of Fishburne, she took off her shoes.
I did see that, and the hula.
Yes.
Yes,
And that for me was so
it
powerful,
was. Yeah.
powerful and empowerful. And
Mm.
very empowered because she, as the mayor,
Mhm.
she was there dancing without shoes. She was authentic to herself
Mhm.
and even in front of other women. So this is exactly what I'm saying. Like you don't have to change who you are because I feel like when you lose in that piece, I feel like somehow they give you more um harm
Mhm.
the good thing. And I just, and that's what I decided to do my event away. And I even was very mindful, of course. I didn't record her doing that because I have to be
Mm-hmm.
respectful. I know she's a, somebody in the
She's a
seat,
public figure.
public figure, but I know she was having a good time. And sometimes you can have a good time without posting in social media. And I think that was amazing that I respect her, but at the same time I allow her
Mm.
to be in a safe
Just be
space,
herself.
to be herself
Mm-hmm.
and be who she is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy. One.
Absolutely. I mean, I thought it was a great event. Enjoyed myself immensely. And for those of you who were sitting at my table, I'm trying to remember Carla de la Cruz, Davila,
Stephanie
Stephanie
Williams.
Williams, Raquel Knight, Sylvia Ruiz. Oh my goodness, I'm blanking a
We
lot
stir
of the
people.
names. There was no, but I want to remember these ladies specifically because the conversations that we were having, holy moly, my ears
Carolyn
turned
was
red.
there too.
Carolyn was there.
Yes.
There was a lot, and we're trying to figure out. But we're working on something with that. Yes, how could I forget Carolyn? She asked me often, when are we going to continue that conversation? Because the conversation that we had, Megalina was there.
I
Was
missed that conversation.
you
I don't even
did,
know what.
girl? Session. Let's just say Raquel Knight was the youngest one there, and her eyes were like the whole time. But it was incredible. It was just organic, and we had fun. And I think having those spaces, because I think there's a time and a place for everything, right? There's
Mm-hmm.
places for conferences because I love conferences. I
Mm-hmm.
love events where there's keynote speakers and
Yes.
workshops and educations, but
Mm.
I also want to have time for events like yours and tea parties and balls
Yeah.
and galas, and like we are multidimensional, right? We
Mm-hmm.
love
Mm-hmm.
different things. But I want to go back to what you talked about, and I think it's twofold in the respect that there are some leaders that are truly not authentic.
Mm-hmm.
So they are one way because they want something, and then in another way, in another setting, they're another way. And for those people, hey, too bad for them.
Mm-hmm.
There is also those that people who are kind of scared of being themselves because they're afraid of being judged, and they haven't reached that
And get
level
fired too.
yet. You know, they,
George and fire.
eh?
I say George and fire.
Yeah. Well, again, I truly believe that I'm blessed, and I think that you're blessed, and that we have the ability to show up as our authentic self, because we're secure in who we are.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of times people don't have that ability because, again, they haven't fully come into who they are yet, and they're so afraid of the judgment of others, because I think that is what holds us back in so many things, right? It holds us back from moving, from taking chances, from failing, and we make bad decisions after a bad decision because we're so scared of what somebody else will think, that we mess up, and instead of just letting go and move on, we hold on to this thing. So I'll explain. I was watching this show, and it's not Dexter. Oh my goodness, Luther with Idris Elba. Idris Elba. My husband knows who he is. And in the movie, this gentleman, like, he was being blackmailed, and he was in the police force, and he was being blackmailed and was doing a lot of bad things. And I remember towards the end when he got caught, and he said the original thing that he did wasn't even that bad. So he messed up, and somebody found out. But because he was so ashamed of what folks will say, he allowed someone to blackmail him and manipulate him into doing atrocities that towards in the end he ended up like taking like people, like killing people and all of that. Because but then he was just like, how did I get here?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we don't see how easy it is to get there, but it is, because again, you mess up, right? You get fired from your job, you're so ashamed
Mm-hmm.
of what folks will say and think, we end up putting ourselves in situations that we shouldn't have put ourselves in. So I think in your work and in my work, if we can encourage people to do anything,
Mm-hmm.
is to let go of the fear of judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Folks will say what they want to say,
No matter what.
regardless of what you do, Wendy.
I know.
You could show up
I
and
know.
give them every piece of clothing you're wearing, give them your car, and they will turn and say, she's mean. So what do? Then you give them your house? So it's just kind of like folks will judge, folks will
Yes.
find something. And just like that's it. If you can release the fear of judgment, your life will,
Mm.
I'm not saying things is going to magically disappear, but I think your life gets so much
Oh my
better
gosh.
once you
Big time.
release the fear of judgment of others. And I wish that for people just to like,
I wish the same for people too, because I remember we were having a gala at Pathways, and Jim McGovern, Congressman Jim McGovern was there. And I gonna share this because it's so hilarious. So he went to the bar,
mm-hmm,
grabbing something for drink, and I was next to him, but I was just walking by. I didn't even want to drink at the moment. And he politely asked me,
mm-hmm.
would you like to have a drink? Because I was one of the organizers for the event. So he was kind of like, thank you for putting, yeah,
Yes,
like
putting
a
it
thank,
together.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I say in a funny and a joking way, I think, oh my God, I still laughing.
Okay.
And I say, of course, I never get a drink that is paid with the State House credit card. And people who were around me, they start laughing. And I like him because he didn't talk in the wrong way.
He
He
thought it was funny.
he thought it was funny, and because I always authentic,
Yeah,
he knows
that.
that is me.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. I
No.
didn't mean to be sarcastic. It
Yeah.
was just spontaneous, and but
Hey.
the way I might say it in a different way, but it was kind of, like I say, oh,
Yeah.
of course, I would love to. I never get a drink paying with a steak house card. It was so hilarious. But the point with this uh, moment that I'm sharing with you is that sometimes we are so scared
Mm,
to be
yeah.
who we are
Yeah.
because that high figure that is next to us, like the president, like the
Yeah.
congressman, like the mayor. No,
Mm,
you have to stay who you are.
yeah.
And believe me, like you said, people still gonna talk.
No matter what.
Like I can be so like straight and
Mm-hmm.
restrict
Yeah.
with my behavior, and I'm still gonna be criticized by people,
No matter what.
no matter what.
So you
So
might as well enjoy it.
exactly,
You might as
it's only
well
one life.
live your best life. Listen, you just got to live your best life. Let people talk, like have fun, like
Mhm.
as long as you're a good person.
Yeah.
And like, it's better to be kind. Kind and nice is two different things. So you can be kind, but not necessarily nice, because when you're nice, people walk all over you. But when you're kind, you help others.
Hmm.
But yeah, no. So absolutely, girl, live your truth, do your thing,
Oh
show up
yeah,
and
always,
do you.
always be me.
Always,
Always, no matter where I am, who is next to me,
yes.
I always be myself.
All right.
And
Well,
I think it's why I enjoy every single thing that I do,
mm,
because this is who I am. Like
exactly.
I'm the same person at the gym, I'm the
Mm-hmm.
same person at the kitchen, I'm the
Mm,
same person at Pathways,
yeah.
at the same person in my other job, because
Mm.
by the way, I have another
Yes, you have a few, but
job.
and that's a beautiful thing
Oh,
because
somebody asked me the other day, what time you sleep? Where are you, when
yeah,
you sleep? And I said,
yeah.
don't
Y-
worry,
y-
I'm asleep at least 7 hours every day.
Listen, Giselle and I laugh about it all the time because people are always saying to me, like, you do so much, like, you do so much. And I'm like, but why does it bother you that I
Yes.
do so much? If I can handle it, like, why are you so worried
And
about what I do?
I used to get bothered when they were asking me,
Yeah,
and you know what are my response now to those
yeah,
people? Maybe if you prioritize the time
yeah.
as how I do,
Mm,
maybe you will have a lot of time like me, because people ask me, how come you have two jobs? You still have time to work out, and you still have time to
mm,
bring your daughter to soccer, bring your daughter to the library, or do a lot of things after
mm,
hours. And I say, you know what? I don't watch Netflix.
I do.
I don't watch a lot of TV.
I do.
I do on the weekend, but during my
Yeah.
working day, I focus on the things that I know I need to. It
Mm-hmm.
has to be done.
Mm,
So I think when you start prioritizing
mm.
your what is important for you, you will find the time.
Absolutely. You do live your life.
Yeah, when people ask me, I don't have time to go to the gym, you are a liar.
Yeah. I don't want to go to the gym.
That
That
I prefer
I don't want to go
honestly
to the
from
gym.
people that tell
I
me
don't want to go to
I
the
don't
gym.
want to go to the gym. Yes, I respect that
Yes.
and I love that, but don't tell me that
You
you
don't
don't
have
have time,
time.
because
Oh,
Everybody has time.
So I know people go to the gym at 5 a.m. My friend Yoli go like she's up at 3 a.m. I'm like, girl, no, don't call me.
Mhm.
But you know what? I think, girl, live your life. And
Yeah.
I love that for you. I think there was a quote that I heard and I love it. And it says, you will never be criticized for doing too much by someone who's doing more than you.
Never.
Simple. Never. Like,
Mhm.
let people live, let people do their thing. So girl, I know you love the gym. And I know you like your running. Are you still running? Okay.
I'm back.
Okay, you're
I'm
back.
back.
Yeah.
Not because I want to be skinny. Just make it clear. I love my curves. This is my, to be honest, I don't even know what I was thinking five
Yeah.
years ago when I want to be skinny because I love my curves.
We grow and we
I,
evolve.
I love my hips. I love my big butts. I don't even know what I was thinking. And I'm like, now I'm running because I want to
Because
make
it brings you
connection with
joy.
nature, and I just love the sensation that you get after the running. Like it's like when you have a big show or when you have a big conference or you have a big exam that you need to
Yeah.
pass in order to get the license, whatever,
Yeah.
and you finish it. Running is the same thing. They give you the same kind of like
Oh, I love that.
adrenaline, like, oh my gosh, I'm done. I did my 3 miles today. It's so powerful.
Mm,
So, and I need a power in my life back because I felt like I was losing it.
mm,
And the only way that I feel like controlling myself is by running because running help you to change your mindset, to make you believe that you are capable to run and
mm,
you are capable to finish, your
mm-hmm,
goal. Like if you have a goal for 2 miles every day,
mm-hmm,
you are capable to do it. You just got to put it in your mindset. So running for me is not only a sport, it's also like a kind of like a discipline,
mm,
um how you say, exercise.
mm-hmm.
Where I say, okay, I'm gonna discipline myself to run this morning 1 mile, and that's what I do. And after I run that mile, girl, let me tell you,
You feel good.
I feel like I'm gonna eat the world, like
And that's all that matters, girl. If it works for you, do you
yep,
boo. That's what I said. But thank you so much. I also want to say thank you because you're always been supportive any event that I'm doing, whether you can, if you're able to be there, you're there. If you're not, you share, you like, you engage. So
of
thank you so
course.
much. And
This is
this is what we do as women,
and
right?
I
We
think
support each other.
woman's purposes should be. I don't want to say everyone because everyone is not everyone, but at least we has to try it.
Mm.
If it is any way that we can support to other women, just do it.
Yep,
Even
absolutely.
by sharing, even by buying,
Mm.
even by attending to their events, even even I know, I don't know, it was you, somebody else buy a ticket, extra ticket for one of my events, and they couldn't go, and they told me, oh, can you give it to someone? So like making a difference, those
They
little
do.
things that can make a difference in somebody's life, like just be kind.
Mm.
And and let me tell you, when you help other women or other people, the blessings are gonna come to you in many, many different ways.
No, absolutely. I
Like
believe that.
you have no idea. In times when I'm so desperate for something, like even if it's financial or anything, or maybe my kids' health, whatever, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I really want to help this lady.
Yeah.
Even when I don't have the tools or when I
Yeah.
don't have the money, I help the lady. Don't ask me how. And 3 days later, the personal problem that I was having is gone. It's like a God automatically pay
Hmm.
you back. Like,
It does. I think it just it's
and I'm not doing that.
favor.
And I'm
It's
gonna make it clear.
you're not
I'm
doing it
not
because
doing it
yeah,
because I want God to bless me and any like a give me a Mercedes. That would be nice to have a Mercedes car. But I'm not doing that because of that. I'm doing that
yeah.
because that's me.
Hmm.
That's me. And I even do things to people who were really mean to me, and I'm
Mm.
still doing favors to them because I don't want to change who I am just because I always say to people, I am who I am because what I give, not what I receive from others.
Hmm. But that's the way it should be, and I think like I support women, and I support all women,
Mhm.
and I support even women who I know don't support me because it is not about them. It's about me and who I answer to, and I think you shouldn't change me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping me, I can change you, but you shouldn't change me. So, like, if you're bitter, and I will separate myself, make no mistake about that, because I'm not going to be in the circle. But I'm not, if there's somebody's doing something publicly, I will support them because believe that we should support each other. But even if I know that they might not think
Mm-hmm.
highly of me, I'm okay because I do know what I
Yeah.
think of me and I know what God thinks of me. And I do know, like, the folks in my circle, so support other women. I know sometimes it's tough because, and if it's something you agree with, because again, I'm not saying like there's not, like, if you say, "Hey, okay, you're planning a hike into the mountains, like I'm not coming with you, but I'll cheer for you."
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
It's a different way that you can support
So
all.
you can, I will share your post. I'll say go with her, sign up, but I'm not
Mhm.
coming over mountain girl. But you know,
And I respect that.
you know what, I think, but we have to respect, each other. So I, long way for me to say
Mhm.
thank you for always showing up and supporting, and I'm
Of
glad that
course.
we've always been able to support
And
each other and show up
everyone,
for each
and
other.
especially you ladies there, if you need me, you know how
You
to
there.
contact me, and I'm here most of the time. I don't want to say 24/7, but maybe 24/5.
Okay, yeah, you got to have some boundaries. So you got to
Yes.
have the two. You got to save the two for yourself. So no, thank you for that. What's coming up for you for the rest of the year? Are you having any more events, or you're? It's
Yes.
hard though, right? Sometimes because you want to do so much, but like I have to physically restrain myself.
Yeah. So the new thing that is coming from Wendy de Sosa, and
Yes.
that's I'm gonna make it public right here. I'm
Yay!
one of the coordinator from the Steward training program that is gonna be holding. It's gonna be happening in Leominster, Fishburne, and the areas, North
Mm-hmm.
County, where we're gonna be um, preparing
Mm,
new leaders in our
mm.
community. But the beauty about this particular
I
program
know.
that is gonna be in my own
L-
maternal language.
I love
That
it
is
for
one of
you.
my strengths because I always tell people, remember, my English is not very good looking, but in my Spanish it is.
I am
So,
so happy for you.
so I'm gonna be having a lot of leaders. They're already leaders in our community,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna be training new
Mm-hmm.
leaders like youth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my next
Mm-hmm.
work or job or
That's your
goal. I
next.
don't want to say
That's your next endeavor.
yes. Oh my God, I can wait.
Yeah.
Because I know it's a lot of needs right now with new
Mm-hmm.
leaders.
Mm-hmm.
I was so sad, and I think it was in February or in March when I went with Sylvia and Carla to this event in the city hall that they were recognizing the youth leaders. And that really made me sad that they were getting an award and they didn't even show up to
Oh,
receive them.
okay.
And I was like, what's going on with our youth? Like, why they don't
Mm,
and again, I'm not judging them, but I was just concerned that they don't see how important
mm,
is to be recognized from the
mm,
city
mm-hmm.
that you are making a huge difference in the youth um, people and
Mm-hmm.
in the youth services. And for me, I was like, I need to do something about it.
Mm.
So when this opportunity knocked my door, I was, this is perfect timing
Oh,
because
wonderful.
it's beautiful. I cannot wait to see the new. It's gonna run for 8 weeks,
Mm,
and every week I'm gonna have a presenter who's gonna be talking about a particular topic, and we're gonna have a graduation at the
mm-hmm.
end. And these people are gonna become a Massachusetts leader.
Mm,
So, and we're gonna help them to get on board with any board committee,
mm,
if it's needed. Yeah, and I'm excited because I just feel like we need more Latinos leaders out there, and we have to be loud, like
mm,
loud in a way, in a positive way, right? Not
mm-hmm.
in an aggressive or in a violent way, but we need to be loud in the way that they need to see our potential
Mm,
and they need to appreciate
mm.
what we can bring to the table.
Absolutely.
Because,
Representation matters.
yes, the representation matters, but I be in a lot of places when I see the dynamics, when somehow I see the difference, like
Mm-hmm.
for instance, when I see that some people, they give you more respect because you are a leader who are not Latino, and the Latino leaders sometimes they don't receive the same respect. So I want to
Mm,
change that.
okay.
I think every single leader
Mm-hmm.
should have the same respect.
I mean, I think so. I think there's systems and and policies in place that makes that challenging. But
Yeah, but that's as a senior leader,
you
that's
absolutely have
that
to dismantle it, right?
exactly that's my goal. So, and please, if you want to be involved with this new program, let me know. But yeah, that's my new baby.
All right. Is there an organization that you're doing it with, or it's through
Oh no,
you?
it's we through the organization with New View
Okay.
and Fishboard and Asian and I. That's the Health Equality
Mhm.
Partnership and Leominster and North County.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a group. It's a good organization that they're doing a lot of anti-racism and all this stuff in the community because they know that that matters
Mm.
and they are always trying to support everyone in the community, regardless
Wonderful.
about the race or whatever.
Well, congratulations. I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited for this new endeavor for you, and I know that it's going to go amazing. And I think it's important that we grab our youth, that we start early and show them their potential, what they're capable of, because they are literally the future. They are going to be the one that's going to shift things around. So yeah, so that we can retire and say, yeah, they're
Yes.
good. We're in good
We're not
hands.
gonna be for
We can't be. We
yes,
can't
so
be.
we need to prepare other people who is gonna have the same passion that we do.
Mm,
And it's our role to train them and give
mm,
it the tools
mm,
and the support that they need. Because sometimes a lot of people they had the intentions, but
mm,
unfortunately they don't have the mentoring piece.
mm,
And I think I also want to take the opportunity to encourage every single leader out there. If you have anybody around you that you see potential, that you see like the skills, don't hesitate to encouraging them to become a leader and take it with you. I always take my youth girls with me.
mm,
Uh, I was questioned many years ago, why you always are with youth ladies? And I said, because I want them you know, to
mm,
know other network. I want them to introduce to my network.
mm,
That way, when they want to do their own thing, they already had the connection. Somebody, Diane, you know
mhm,
Diane, right?
mhm,
She told me the other day, Wendy, you are a connector. What was the other? It was two things that she told me, connector and oh my gosh, I forgot the name. But in other words, she was telling me that I like to connect people, but I also like to support them.
mm.
And I think receiving that beautiful comment from Diane,
And she's amazing.
it was kind of open eyes for me
Mm,
because oh, I didn't see me that
mm.
way, but now that you are telling me that, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
like that's
I
good.
always like to encourage my woman, and I think when you shine
Mm,
somehow
mm,
I receive in your shyness and I'm gonna shine eventually,
mm,
you know, because sometimes it's not always about you.
no.
Sometimes you gotta let other people shine
Mm,
and
absolutely.
clap from them. You
Absolutely.
always have to clap from other people
Always.
because they
Your
deserve.
time will come.
Yeah.
Your time
Or
will
maybe
come.
my time already come and now it's their time.
I think that God has moments for all of us,
Mhm.
and there's moments when we're in the valley and on the mountaintop. And I think the same God that blessed someone will bless you. So your time will come. I truly believe that. But
Yeah.
thank you so much. So I we have to wrap up, but I don't want to end without talking about your passion for fashion. Let's talk about it a little
Yes,
bit.
yes, let's do that.
Yes. Yeah. So you love to shop, girl.
Well, I used to.
You've gotten better.
I get in better.
Do you need to? Okay, because I was like, why?
I just feel like fashion is it's not only about buying the clothes
Mm,
and make it work because I think fashion is about your attitude
mm,
and how you want to present yourself. Yes, having a nice outfit always is gonna stand, right? Like people gonna be, oh my god, I love you,
mm,
skirt, I love you. But I think even if you don't have the opportunity to buy
mm-hmm,
nice outfit, you still have the opportunity to shine no matter what.
mm,
Um, this for me is kind of like it's my outfit. This is not who I am,
mm,
but this is how I feel.
mm.
I don't know if you see what I'm saying.
I do.
So I can take off this cloth and I'm still gonna be here sharing with you.
I mean, don't on the show, but
Chatting. No,
don't
no, no, no,
no
no, no,
don't
no.
take it
No,
off.
no, 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 no. Like what I mean, like
I,
even putting my jean clothes,
I'm
and
just
I'm still
messing.
gonna be shining, and I'm still
Yeah,
gonna be positive, and I'm gonna still gonna
yeah.
be fun and be me because this is not who I am. This is what I like, but this is not who I am. I like to have a nice bright colors. I always like to be, fashionista, but I also feel comfortable when I'm not a fashionista. Like even when I'm not wearing a fashionista outfit, I'm still feel great.
Thing is fashion to me personally. I mean, if
Yeah.
I've seen people who will wear jeans and like if you're into jeans and t-shirts
Hmm.
and still look fabulous. To
Yes,
me, fashion
that's
is
what I'm saying.
it's everything.
It's
It's
everything.
however your style
Yeah,
is, sweats, whatever.
and it's kind of like contradictory because it's kind of like yes, it's who you are, but also it's not who you are
Mm,
because it's kind of yes, it's who you are because you like to be fashionista, but it's not who you are because even when you're not wearing like a nice outfit, you're still giving people your statement. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like even if you dress down right now, you're still gonna be able to do your statement. I think this is more like just to kind of like make it prettier, like make it more like
the garnish.
yeah, like it look nice in the picture, but at the same time, I don't think fashion should be defined as.
Mm,
I think fashion should be like an outfit, like a like accessory, like when you
mm-hmm,
want. But it's I don't think fashion should be something that people, if they don't feel fashionista all the time, they should feel down.
mm,
Because if that's the case, we need to talk.
mm,
Because yes, it's fun and it's cute and it's beautiful to feel great in a nice outfit, but it's not necessary like all the
mm.
time. So that's just I can be I go to places like for Mother's Day, my cousin questioned me, what's the matter with you, why you didn't put your bright colors that day, and I say, why? I don't know, I didn't like the outfit that you were wearing, and you see what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was, yeah, but I like it.
Okay.
And she was like, yeah, but I didn't like it. Oh, too bad for you because I like mine,
Okay.
my outfit. And she was questioning me if I was okay
Mm,
because people sometimes
mm.
get what do you call the perception?
The personality to confuse with the
No,
person,
that like they had
the
they
perception.
the perception that when you don't dressing up, you are depressed. You see what I'm
But
saying?
again, that's their opinion though. But I think, girl, you're a fashionista. No matter
I
what
know,
you
yeah,
put,
I am.
no matter what
I
you put,
am. Yeah,
you're
just make it clear.
fashionable.
I'm a fashionista. I even match my friends with, you see?
Whatever you put on, it's fashion.
Yeah, but the message that I want to say here is to ladies that are not as fashionista as me. You're still looking amazing and you're still doing a good thing. So
Absolutely. Find your style, what
exactly.
works for you, and have fun with it. We got
I
one.
don't know if you see my daughter's picture in the social media. She's not like not even this close
Okay.
like me.
Okay.
Like even if you see me walking with her, people would never guess. She's more like a kind of like a Europe
Yeah.
style,
Okay.
very classic,
Yeah.
elegant, classic, but no fashionista. Like it's no way that I will be see my daughter Angie wearing this bright
In
color,
that. And that's the beautiful
and
thing
that's
about life.
okay.
We
That's
all get
okay.
to embrace who we are. So thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for sharing who you are and, just advocating and showing up. And I'm just so excited about the many endeavors that you have on the horizon and look forward to seeing it and supporting you. And so thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So I'm going to say goodbye and then I'll give you a second to encourage the folks. All right. So thank you all for tuning in week after week. I appreciate you, subscribers and viewers. And if you're not subscribed and you're just viewing, just go ahead and subscribe. You know you want to. So we're on YouTube under Positive Vibe Studio. We're on Facebook under Positively Suzanne. We'll be back next week with two brand new episodes. It's the last Wednesday in May. We have a 12 and a 5. And then the month of June, which is the last month of the show, we have some phenomenal guest lines up to end season 2. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to my executive producer. I appreciate you all. I'm going to end with our guest, the fabulous Miss Wendy Sosa, giving you all some words of encouragement.
Okay, so first of all, thank you. It was a really my pleasure to be here with you today. And also, I want you to remind you there that you are amazing and you are important and you are beautiful. And whatever you think you are, that's who you are. You don't have to care too much about what other people think about you. The only thing that needs to matter to you is what you think about yourself. Okay? So be authentic, be who you are, and believe me, people who love you, really love you, they're gonna stay with you. And people that they don't, they're gonna come off. They're gonna believe in themselves. Like you don't have to cut it off. They're gonna be cutting themselves. So don't let the ugly of others ruin your beauty. So God bless you all. Have a beautiful, healthy rest of the week. And please drink water.
All
It's
right.
super hot. And eat your fruit and veggies.
I love it.